3 minutes later. So the lesson will start from 7:30. There are 2 minutes. Soon at my YouTube. Okay, so come to my YouTube channel and I will start to do my live streaming in 1 minute. So please come to my YouTube channel and 你好，还有1分钟。So please come to my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is my YouTube channel is 米米中国语，好吗？ So please come to my YouTube channel and I'm going to teach there. 米米中国语。Oh, it's the time. So I'm going to go to my YouTube channel now. So please come. See you there. Bye. 你们好。Yeah, it's kind of like a rush. Come to my YouTube channel. Okay. Okay, so good evening. Good evening. So today let's learn Chinese from zero. Actually, it's kind of like it's not just zero. I mean, so the schedule is from 7 to 8 o'clock. I will only speak English and Chinese, and then you will not get confused. And then from 8 o'clock to 8:30, I'm going to speak Japanese. I'm going to use Japanese to teach Chinese. So if you are interested in both, you can keep watching. Okay. I'm going to explain in Japanese. で、これからのライブ配信は今まで全部その言語を2つ混ぜて英語を喋りながら日本語も喋って中国語も喋って結構なんかみんな混乱してる感じなのでだからこれからのライブ配信はもうちょっと30分ずつ分けます。最初の7時半から8時まではこれから全部英語で中国語を教える。で、8時から8時半までは日本語でレッスンします。Okay. So today what are we going to learn? Actually, it's very easy. The basic things today it's about from zero, you know. So no matter what kind, any language you are learning, no matter you are learning Spanish or no matter you are learning French, I mean the first vocabulary we should know it's me, right? It's me or I. Okay. So how do we say okay, you cannot see my face. It's difficult to show my face and show the words together. If you can see this, please read after me. Read after me, okay? So let's see this. If you just see this vocabulary, it's very difficult to remember. Yeah. So I made this. This. It's very clear now. Okay. So no matter what, in my opinion, because I'm learning Spanish and French, so I feel the best way to learn is like for me, it's like the read first. Because if your pronunciation is wrong, maybe in the future, like in the conversation, you will make many mistakes. Okay, so first, please read after me. Read after me. Okay, so I, in Chinese, we say 我. So the pinyin is W-O. So the W here, the pronunciation is 乌. So 我. Okay. Oh, maybe you cannot see me. Okay, here's better. 我 Okay, again. 我 Okay. So in Chinese, it's not like English. So we have 我 and then it means I, and also it means me. Like it's me. We can say 是我 it's me. So you say I am is also 我. Yeah, it's very easy. In Chinese, I or me, both it says 我. So the W, the pronunciation is 乌. Here, the W here, it's 乌. Okay, I'm going to write down here. 我 writing here. So here we use the red one. Here the pronunciation is 乌. It's 乌. So the pronunciation is 我 Okay, the second one, you. English is the same. You or it's the subject or object. Both of them, they say 你. So 呢 一 你 You in Chinese is 你 and she is 她 她 Okay, it's very easy. Okay, so she or her in Chinese is 她 Okay, and he or him in Chinese is also 他. So you can see the mark. Maybe you'll say, oh, 我 the third tone, 你 the third tone, 他 the first tone, 他 the first tone. So what is this mark? Someone maybe if it's your first time to learn Chinese, maybe you don't know what is this small thing. This is the tone, pronunciation tone. So if it's like this one, just go down and go up. 我 and the you is also the same tone. So 你 and the she and he, the same accent. 他 Okay, so let's read again. 我 你 you 你 Okay, she 她 he 他 Okay. If you cannot remember soon, it's okay because you can watch the video again and again. Okay. So maybe you might ask, is like if she and he, they have the same pronunciation. So how do Chinese know I'm talking about she or I'm talking about he? Actually, even Chinese, they don't know. So basically, when you say, oh, 他 is blah, 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 and you have to say, oh, I mean you have to say her name or you have to say his name. Then the people will know, oh, she, I know. So sometimes it's really it's confusing, you know. Right, yes. Yeah, thank you. And then, so in these three, I mean, very easy. It's not like Spanish. Spanish is more difficult, right? Spanish is super difficult. They have like a yo. You have like a yo and do, right? So you also have like estoy. It's kind of very difficult for me. Anyway, so Yeah, so which means I feel Chinese is not that difficult compared to Spanish. Okay, and then okay, but I think it's a little difficult is the part of like the accent. It's difficult because Spanish maybe you can say yo or yo, both okay, but in Chinese if you want to say I, you have to say 我 the third tone 我 This also is 你 他 Maybe I think the pronunciation is not that difficult, but the accent it's really difficult. And also as in Chinese characters, it's very difficult for you too. So how do we write 我? Okay, let's write together. So in Chinese, if you want to write character from it's like up, down, and left, right. Okay, you have more words for the something is true. Yes. So how can we write this character 我? So when you try to write a character from the up, down, left, right. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Up, down, left, right. Okay, let's write this character together. 你 So 你 the left part means a human being. So like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Because I use the mouth to write. My writing is better than this. So 你 okay. And how do we write 他? The same, the left part, because in Chinese every character it has like a different design. You see 我 actually you can think it's one character, and 你 it's like 2 parts, right? The left and right. 他 is the same. This part, the left part, it means female, 他, and the right part means also 也. So when we write this left and then right, so how can we write this? So 他 1, 2, 3, 4. It's super difficult to use this to write. Okay, and this one 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So this is 他, and this is also 他. It's very interesting, and she and he they have the same pronunciation. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, yes. If you are interested in how to write Chinese character, next time we can write together. Okay. Today we focus more about the grammar and the pronunciation. Okay. So this is the pronunciation about 我你他他 我你他他. Okay, let's see. So maybe in English they completely change I to we, right? I it's 我, we is 我们. And then in Chinese we still keep 我. So 我 means I, 我们 means we. So 们 or 们, sometimes you can read 们, or you can also read 们, 我们. It's not woman. So many students they see this, they feel, oh, it's woman. No, it's not woman. It's 我们. So the pronunciation is 我 u. So I told you the W, the pronunciation is u. So 我们 我们 So 们 means so the same. You can see the picture. I just added the picture, like this picture and two of us. So it's like no matter you say we or you say us. So just put 们 So 们我们 means we. It's very easy. If you can remember 我你他 if you remember I you 你 means you. 他 means she, right? 他们 means he. So we just put 们 after. Okay, you can see I change another color. So we put 们 here. 们他们 So maybe in Spanish is that nosotros, vosotros, it change all the things, but in Chinese it's very easy. So 我们 means we, 你们 means you guys, not one, 你们他们 English they became the same, they or they, right? 他们 So we plus 们 she, so which means a lot of female, they only females they. And then if sometimes you will say, oh, what about there's a girl and three men, or like the one man, two girls. In this case, all we use they. I feel French and Spanish is the same, right? No matter it's like the maybe like ellos, right? Ellos, Spanish ellos. If there's a man, so they will say ellos. They don't say ellas, right? Ellas, I think, yeah. Okay. So let's read again. 我们你们 Oh, actually, this is the third tone. It's very important. I forgot. I made a mistake here. 我们 Okay, you have to say 我们 Yes. Okay. 我们你们他们 Okay, so 们 is not only one if you see 们 Okay. 们我们你们他们我你他 Right? Okay. Okay, let's continue because we only have 10 minutes. We have to go faster. Okay. Then, today I'm going to teach you one grammar. It's about I am. So maybe in Spanish, okay, I always think about Spanish or English. So in English, always like the I am, right? So the be verb can be I am, he is, she is, or we are, you are. You have to change. But in Chinese, it's very easy. You just say 是. All the verb is 是. But be careful, it's before the name. It's not before the adjective. So for example, my family name is Qing. So if I say I am Qing, so you can say, because we just learned 我, right? So I am, you can say 我是. 我 means I. Am is 是. I am Qing. So basically, Qing is my family name, but in China we used to put a 小. It doesn't mean I'm very small. It's a casual way to call your friend. You just put 小 before her or his family name. Okay. So if I say I am Qing, so I can say in Chinese 我是小晴. 我是 means I am. So 我是小晴. So I am Mimi, right? I am Mimi. So 我是米米. 我是米米. I am Mimi. 我是米米. So I am Jack. 我是杰克. So if your name is Jack, in Chinese, your name will become 杰克. So actually, it's very easy. If you want to know your Chinese name, you just check the dictionary. They will give you the name. This is like it's not you can decide. It's like you have to accept your name would be like the Jack. It's 杰克. Okay, 杰克. So let's read again. 我是小晴，我是小晴，我是米米，我是杰克。Okay, it's very easy, right? Okay, so let's see. So how about he is Jack? Because I just told you, in Chinese, we don't have I-N or he is or she is. All the be verb is 是. So you just put 他. 他 means he, right? So we just know that 他 is he. So he is also 他是. Jack, we just know Jack is 杰克. So 他是杰克. 他是杰克. Okay, so there's a Japanese name. Japanese is Takahashi. So Takahashi is the Japanese pronunciation. But in China, basically Japanese, only Japanese, because Japanese, they also use the Chinese characters. So 動画をはい、これからですね。5級はこれからです。Someone asked me, how about HSK5? It's on the way. We have to learn from zero. Okay. Okay. 5級はあります。Okay. So let's continue to do this. And then you are Jack. So you are, no matter is you are or he is, all the time. Be verb is 是. So you are Jack is 你是 because you is 你是杰克，你是杰克。Okay, so she is Takahashi. In Japanese, is Takahashi. Even if they can keep their name, but they have to say 高桥 because in Chinese this character it's 高 so 高桥，她是高桥。Okay, let's learn again. Let's read again. He is Jack. 他是杰克。She's Takahashi. 他是高桥。You are Jack. 你是杰克。Okay, let's read the Chinese again. 他是杰克。他是高桥。你是杰克。Okay, it's not that difficult, right? Okay, so we learned about the basic Chinese. Now we are going to learn about the question. So how do we say, is he Jack? English is very interesting. If it's a question, they change the order. So they say, is he Jack? Right? Is he Jack? But in Chinese, we don't change the order. What we do, we put the ma in the end of the sentence, which means it's going to be a question, right? So he is Jack, is 他是杰克. But if you want to say, is he Jack? You have to put ma in the end of the sentence. So it's going to be 他是杰克吗? You don't change the order. You just put ma in the end of the sentence, and it becomes a question. So is he Jack? 他是杰克吗? Okay, if you wanna say the native sentence is I am not Jack. So in English, they put not after the be verb, but in Chinese, we put the negative 不, which means not, before the be verb 是. So in English, they say, I am not Jack. In Chinese, we will say, 我不是杰克. 我 means I, 不是 I am not. 杰克 is Jack. So I am not Jack. It's 我不是杰克. 我不是杰克. So it's the same. So you want to ask, is she Mimi? Is she Mimi? So she is 她, right? Is the verb here. So we don't change the order. We just put 吗 in the end of the sentence. So 她是米米吗? 她是米米吗? Any questions? Oh, so because of the character, the pronunciation changes. What do you mean because of the characters, the pronunciation changes? It doesn't really change. It doesn't change, right? It doesn't change. 它 all the time is the pronunciation is 它. It doesn't change. But if you change the characters, of course it will change, right? Okay, so let's read together. Is he Jack? 他是杰克吗? And not Jack. 我不是杰克。Is she Mimi? 她是米米吗? So you can see if you cannot understand, but you heard 吗? Oh, it must be a question. So 吗 of name. So if it's Japanese name, they don't change the characters. They keep the characters, but the pronunciation is different because in Chinese we don't read the character like that way. So for example, if you see this in French, also in French or Spanish it means you, but in Spanish you say this is tú, right? Do, like the do es guapo, right? I don't have like, yeah, do es guapo. It's like that you are very handsome, right? But in French, this also means you. But in French, this is like the Chinese, they write like the yu. The pronunciation is tu. So in French, it's going to be read like a tu. And in Japanese, in Spanish, it's going like a tu, right? So it's the same. So if you read this, if you are Spanish, you read this like the do is like a do, right? Do. But if you are French, you read this like a tu. So it's the same like a Japanese and Japanese and Chinese. If the same character, actually it's a little bit different, but they are so similar. But if you are Japanese, you look at these two characters, you will say Takahashi. But if you are Chinese, you see the two characters, you will say Gao Qiao. So it's the same. Does it make sense? Okay. 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 So it's almost the time about the to change the language. So if you have any questions, you can ask me. Of course, you can ask me in Japanese or like the Chinese. Okay, so this is the homework. So how do you say "Are you Mimi" in Chinese? And how do you say "I'm not Mimi" in Chinese? And I'm Mimi. Is she Mimi? She's not Mimi. He's Jack. Is he Jack? Okay, so this is your homework. So the next lesson, the next Wednesday, 7:30, from 7:30 to 8 o'clock Japanese time, I'm going to tell you the answer about this. How do we say this in Chinese? Okay, so it's about in 2 minutes it's going to be like a Japanese. I'm going to speak Japanese soon. So yes, if you know or if you are interested in Japanese, please continue. Don't leave. Just stay. Keep watching my live streaming. And also, of course, you can ask me any other questions too. If your Chinese level is more than HSK 1 or your level is like the HSK 6, you can ask me other questions. It's okay. Okay, there are 2 minutes. So I'm going to like teach the same thing, but in Japanese. Okay. And also don't worry. It's like that someone asked me when it's like the HSK レッスン中質問してしまいごめんなさい。ありがとうございます。はい、大丈夫です。で、これからのレッスンも必ずと、初級わけじゃないので、だから大丈夫です。Okay, this 1 minute after you keep speaking English. あと1分で、あと1分英語喋らないと。So I have to speak English. So, no any other questions? If you don't have any other questions, I'm going to switch my brain to Japanese now. Yeah. I feel it's more easier for me to separate the language. Because sometimes it's like I don't worry about myself because I get used to like the speak Japanese and the English or Chinese mix. But I worry about you because some of you, I know you cannot speak Japanese and you cannot speak Chinese well either. So I worry about that. Okay, so it's 8 o'clock. I'm going to speak Japanese now. Okay. はい、皆さんこんばんは。今から日本語で説明します。今日は初心者向けのコースなので、ゼロから教えます。なので、もしまだ中国語全然喋れない方だったら一番ラッキーですね。これからのレッスンも必ずずっと、初級っていう進み方じゃなくて、次の単位として、初級、中級、上級っていう回している感じですね。だいたい、単語と文法を目にしています。会話は、インスタグラムのライブ配信で、ちょっと会話、なんかライブに参加できる方は、私と中国語を購入できます。でも、YouTube のライブ配信はどっちかというと、単語と文法を教えます。で、今日は、初心者向けというコースですので、今月は初心者向けのコースです。この進み方ですね。8月、来月のライブ配信は中級、つまり4級からっていうコースで4級。で、9月は5級。5級、4と、HSK4 と HSK5 は一応なんか中級というレベルなので、多分9月のライブ配信はどっちかというと、6級ですね。完全に全部中国語になる。それは、多分、ハードも高いですので、でも、その1ヶ月、つまり1ヶ月、毎週の水曜日の7時半にライブ配信すると、30分ずつ毎回。そうすると、1ヶ月4回のレッスン。で、また次のレッスン待つのは3ヶ月後っていう感じですね。でもこの毎日投稿していますので、もう3級の途中なので、すぐ5級と6級のビデオはどんどん出てくるので、そこの単語は、結構、すごく一番よく、その試験よく出る例文なので、だからぜひ見てください。毎日メモしてください。それも無料の単語帳という感じですね。はい。今日は、一番最初からの中国語ですね。もしピンイン勉強したことがある方は多分これも読めますね。でもまだピンイン全然わからないとか、これ何とか思ってる方も大丈夫です。なぜなら、このマークというのは日本語のアルファベットと同じ、ローマ字と同じですね。例えば日本語も私があるじゃん。この字は私。結構これ書きづらい。で、W, A, T, A, S, I とか、これ私ですね。ピンインというものはまさか日本語のローマ字と同じ私みたいなものですね。私。で、これは漢字。これは中国の漢字。なので、実は、もし、日本人にとっては一番簡単な外国語は多分中国語と思います。一応漢字もあるし、形も似てます。 ただ唯一違うのは、この日本語、中国語は3世とか1世とか、こんな発音のアクセントがあります。この辺はちょっと難しいです。でも慣れたら結構、習うようになれるよって感じですね。慣れたら結構簡単です。なので、もしこの私っていうもの、っていう単語を覚えたいときは、セットで覚えてほしい。WO はピン音。3世の WO はピン。これは我1個です。だから、WO だけ覚えるわけじゃなくて、WO3 プラス3世。これは我の発音。覚えた方がいいです。はい。じゃあ、まず1回、今日の単語を一緒に読みましょう。一番、この W はうっていう発音するので、だから、我、你、3世の時は坂で上がる。你、彼女は他、彼は他、はい。じゃあ、もう一度読みましょう。我、你、他、簡単ですね。我、どうやって覚える？我、日本語の多分、この字は使うと思いますね。我々の字かな。この字だと。我々の字なんだっけちょっと忘れました。はい。でもこの字はさすがに日本語は多分これないですね。に、彼女は他、彼も他、なので彼女と彼の発音は同じです。この彼女はガールフレンド、ガイド、ガーフレンドじゃないですね。彼女の、その、英語の she です。ちょっと日本語は、たまにはややこしい。彼女、発音は同じ。なので、よく生徒さんにも質問されました。なんか男性の彼か女性の彼、発音同じだったら、中国人どうやってこの、見分けすることできますか？中国人も見分けすることできないです。なぜなら、例えば、何々、は日本人ですで、で言うと、あれは男性のこと、女性のこと、どの例えば男性と女性は同時にそこに立っていて、で、何々ですで、だけ言うと、今男性のことを言ってる、女性のことを言ってる、わからないです。で、なので、中国人もよく、中国人に質問する。で、男性、女性って、男的女的哪个他とか、哪个他、どの彼ですか？哪个他。よく歌詞もすごい面白いね。例えば、よく、彼のことか彼女のこと、みんなピン使っちゃう。特に、今の時代はね、たまには男性が男性好きな、女性は女性好きな、っていう時もあります。すごい微妙な時はみんなこれピン使っちゃう。你的他とか、的他っていう感じですね。結構ややこしいです。なので大丈夫です。中国人にもわからない。だけ言うと男性、女性、どっちが指してるわからないです。その時は名前言いますね。はい。で、次は複数。これもすごく日本語と同じです。日本語と中国語すごい似てます。们はなんとかたち。だから、さっきは私ですね。私、同じ。我们、私たち。你、あなた。你们、あなたたち。彼女。他们、彼女たち。これたちじゃなくて彼らですね。 彼たち。彼たち言うかなわかんないです。多分聞いたことないですね。彼らよく聞くけど。なので、menつけると複数になります。我们、你们、他们、他们。ここの一つの問題は多分、日本語と同じですね。彼ら。例えば、男性2人、女性3人か、女性3人、男性2人っていうまとめだと、どっちの他們使う？男性と女性。これは女性たち。これは男性たち。でも男性と女性同時にいるとき、どの他們使う？最後の方ですね。英語は結構便利です。they 言うから、男性も女性もどうでもいいっていう感じで、全部 they 使うけど、中国語だと、男性と女性なんか混ぜてるときは、最後の他們、彼らの方を使います。はい。大丈夫ですか？もし質問があれば、ぜひ聞いてください。はい。次は、名前ですね。多分日本語、中国語の詩は、まあ、和みたいなものですけど、でも、どっちかというと、和ですね。何々です。ですね。なんかですは動詞です。だから、私は、姓です。まあ、中国語で请。我是小晴。小つけます。ここ小。私は何々ですは、我是何々。でも私は姓ですだと、我是小晴。この小。この小は、小さいの意味じゃなくて、名字の前につけると、もうちょっと友達同士はよく使う。でも、姓さんのさんではないですね。なぜなら中国人あんまり一文字好きじゃないので、必ず、小つけちゃいます。小なんとかなんとか、小王、小李とかつけます。でも、勝手に他の人の名前、名字の前に小つけちゃうと、たまには失礼ですね。失礼です。もし向こうは自己紹介の時、我叫小なんとかつけると、この小は、多分次の文字はその人の名字だよねっていう感じですね。だから、もし向こうは私小陳読んでもいいですよって言われたら、小つけます。でも勝手に人の名字の前に、王さんですって小王で言ってしまうと、たまには人によると怒る人もいます。なんで私を小王読むの？私は、なんでかちょっと、なんでかなちょっと見下れてるイメージもありますね。向こうは自分のことをシャツけてもいいし、あと、シャツけで私読んでもいいよって言われたら、OK っていう感じ。はい、次、耳です。私は耳です。我是耳。結構みんな耳ですなんですか？米、ニックネームですね。これも中国の、ちょっと、特別の文化ですね。耳、重ねてるときは大体なんとかちゃんの意味ですね。だから、米ちゃんになるんですね。耳は米ちゃんみたい。みは米の意味。耳、重ねると米ちゃんの意味になる。私は米ちゃんですみたいな感じ。でも自分のこと言っても OK です。あと、もし親しい関係持つだったら、耳言っても大丈夫です。はい。次はジャック。私はジャックです。ジャックだと中国語だと傑克。日本人だったら、まあそのまま漢字を読むけど、欧米人だと、みんな漢字ないので、だから全部ここに訳さないといけないです。傑克。我是傑克。辞書を調べたら、もし中国語の辞書を使うと、この名前は自動的に出てくる。傑克とか。我是傑克。 なので、ここ。私は何々です。だと、我是小晴。我是米米。我是杰克。簡単でしょ。すごい簡単ですね。日本語と似てます。で、次は、同じです。彼はジャックです。だと、彼、他是杰克。彼女は高橋です。高橋は中国にいたら名前は高橋になります。他是高橋。あなたはジャックです。你是杰克。はい。で、質問の時は、日本語と同じ、何々ですか？語順は変わらないです。例えば、彼は、ジャックですか？だと、他是杰克吗？つけるだけ。語順変わらない。英語とちょっと違います。よくみんな英語と日本語すごく似てるで、文法とか。でも、全然似てないと思う。本当に SVO 以外のもの全部似てないと思う。なので、ここも語順変わらないです。他是杰克吗？で、もし、私はジャックではありません。だと、我不是杰克。彼女はミミですか？他是ミミ吗？すごく簡単ですね。で、日本語の方がすごく、なんていうか、あんまり質問がないので、すぐ終わりそうな感じ、この時間で。で、宿題、これですね。宿題、みんな、もしまだ初心者だったら、これを訳してみてください。自分で、家でちょっと訳してみてください。例えば、あなたは耳ですか？中国語で言うと、私は耳ではありません。耳です。彼女は耳ですか？彼女は耳ではありません。彼はジャックですか？これは中国語なんて言いますか？もし時間があれば、コメントでもいいし、で、また来週の水曜日の7時半に、来週の水曜日の8時に、この、自分の家で自分で書いてもいいし、来週の水曜日の8時にこの答えを公開します。で、今月、今も7月14、あと、来週も続けて、簡単の中国語、初心者向けのコース続きますが、で、来月から中級ですね。だいたい、1ヶ月初級の内容っていうライブ。で、1ヶ月中級の内容のライブ。多分6級だと、6級取った人は、生徒さんの中には今まだいないですね。でも皆さんのレベルわからないから、ちょっと、6級の問題も説明する。ただ、6級上級向けのコースだと完全に日本語とか英語とか関係なく全部中国語のみになります。なので、もし、自分のレベルも HSK6 級とか5級も中国語で、中国語ならでも問題ないなら、ぜひ、その、高級か上級のコースもぜひ参加してください。はい。これは宿題です。もう早めに、今日の内容を早めに説明終わりましたので、だから、今日のライブは以上になります。で、宿題もぜひ時間あるときはぜひ書いてください。コメントで書いても大丈夫です。はい。で、今日は見てくれてありがとうございます。じゃあ、また来週の水曜日の8時半に。はい。謝謝你们。So, okay. なんで英語になってる。So it's like so the live because I mean like the Japanese it's easier because Japanese and Chinese that's so similar. So that's why I finish teaching Chinese in Japanese very quickly. And then so next Wednesday I'm going to continue the lesson. It's about the lesson for beginners. But because I'm not sure your levels, so I'm going to teach you the HSK4 from next month. So next month all is about HSK4 grammar, HSK4 questions, all the things about that. And then the next month, a month later, 2 months later, I'm going to only speak Chinese. It's about like the advanced level. Okay. Thank you for watching today. 谢謝老師。謝謝你們。謝謝你們。今日は見てくれてありがとうございます。今日の内容はすごく簡単です。でも次回からちょっとだけ難しくなりますので、ぜひ時間があればぜひ見てください。今日のライブは以上になります。もしなんかわからないところとかあればコメントしてください。はい。じゃあ、謝謝你們。晚安。おやすみなさい。謝謝你們。晚安。I don't know how. これどうやって消すだっけ？これだ。ここかな？違うかな。はい。